And what we wanted to start with as our one of 7 tips for that online cybersecurity is starting with the educational piece. So, just to give a fun little fact here, 33% of small businesses actually do not train their employees on how to identify common cyber attack tactics, such as phishing and some other examples that we'll go over through right now. And so, this is kind of one of the easiest points to start with within your business and make sure that you have a foundational level of education that your employees can be aware of and looking out for during these times of working more independent remotely.
Yes, Megan, that's a great point too. It does start with education, and one of the key things that we help our clients with is really security awareness training. And in fact, there are online services and businesses out there that are just dedicated to helping small businesses with just this topic. We work with products called Know Before, WebRoot, and they have great tools for small businesses and individuals to help their teams stay secure. They teach employees about cybersecurity. They teach them about IT best practices. But really, the idea is that these services send out fake emails, so you can test your team, you can test your staff. You can do the training, you can do the testing, and you can get this great feedback loop to see how your team is doing. And along the way, they're learning how to stay secure.
Absolutely. And actually, as an example, Dell sends out those test emails to Dell employees. It could be weekly, bi-weekly. They'll shake it up, and that's something that you would also want to implement within your business. And we have it where if you do, fail one of these tests, you go through immediate training. So that's something to implement within your own business that can really protect that data that you're looking to. And Steve mentioned, the phishing emails as a test, but there's also other areas from an educational standpoint that you want to look into. And so that's weak passwords. We'll go through that a little bit deeper in a
Yep.
couple slides ahead. And also, fake Wi Fi connections is something to look out for. So, if you are transitioning back into public spaces, maybe going to coffee shops on the patio, still socially distancing, of course, you may see that there's some Wi Fi connections available from that coffee shop. Just ensure any Wi-Fi connections that you're joining are the legitimate Wi-Fi networks for that business. Because there are some fake Wi-Fi connections lurking out there, and that can compromise your security at that time if you do join. There's also such a thing as shoulder surfing. So this is more so if you are in person. There are cyber criminals that will truly look over your shoulder and try to access some of that data. And then we're also seeing man in the middle attacks. And so that's if a website will pose as the legitimate website that you're looking to utilize. And they can mimic looking almost exactly as the real legitimate website. And from there, you could be entering personal information, credit card information, login information, and now that has been compromised. So just starting with this really great educational foundation with your employees can give a lot of confidence and prep work to be more cyber secure.
Yeah, Megan, I'll say that probably on this, all these are great items and issues to be aware of. And the one that keeps us up the most, and we service about 2,000 different seats and several hundred different companies, is really the phishing emails, and it's the biggest threat we see for business security and IT security, and your individual, even personal information. So it's a huge topic, and it's really the key security issue for us, for our clients.